This is Daf Yerushalmi Shevi'is. In the article Osborne edition, we're on Daf Yudalef at the top, Mamash Yudalef at the top, and in the Vilna edition, we are on Daf Dalal and Beis Dalal. And our learning this week should be completed for the discourse of Ha'ama Yoshe B'Tzion, Eretz Yisrael, and Ha'am Yisrael about the world in this Eisara, Mimenu Nivashea. And it says the Mishnah, ain't nothing bein mavrichin, bein markivin, you can't plant, you can't graft, you can't make a runner, in the ground, berach is a runner in the ground, bein markivin, and you can't graft, Shvi'is, Pachas, Moshe, near Rosh Hashanah. That's the 30 days for Rosh Hashanah. Being not, if you did any of these things, of course you have to uproot what you planted. No, it's 3 days is enough. Because anything which, any graft, which doesn't take 3 days, is never going to take. Rabbi Yosef Shimon say that l'shtei shavuos, it's 2 weeks. So one of it was 3 days, the other is 3 weeks. 2 weeks. Ain't no time makim ukli. Says the Gemara. Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yosef said b'stam. That's in generic default circumstances. Davar bari, but if it's a clear, here it says shechorash, but you should have anaki change it to sheichlich. That took root more quickly. Mutter, then it's allowed to remain during Shemitah. Ain't nothing made markivin Richin be'em arkimin er Shvi'is Pachas Moshe Nimi Rosh Hashanah ve'inata hivrich or it could be akor. Okay, that was the quote from our Mishnah. Lo akar perosa ma'an. He didn't uproot it. What about the fruit? Rabbi La have a yasmin betzur. They were sitting in Tyre. As of the command, such a case came from them. Rabbi La said, "Yishapru perosa." Toss his fruit out. No good. Rabbi said, "Ani lo nimnesi imahem." The Balias. I was not with them. Count among them. Balias doesn't say which aliyah. In the chamber on the second floor where they made this termination. So he said Abnok explains, I was there. I don't know that actually was the Gzera. And I know then they said not to plant then. But they didn't say, I don't know what they said when they did plant it. And it did take root where they actually have to uproot it. They said, a lot of their Gzeras, a lot of their meetings took place in Aliyos. I don't know why. In the second floors, the buildings made more privacy. But okay, this was what he wasn't at. They said, let's go on and learn it. Nafkun, they went out of Shaman, they heard Rabbi Yoin and Rabbi Yitzchak Bar Tavlaya, B'Shem Rabbi Elazar say, Ein mechachim al hagzera. You cannot make a chiddush on the gzera. It was Yosef. Yitzchak Bar Tavlaya, B'Shem Elazar said, Ein mosifin al hagzera. You can't add on the gzera. The Kamaraki says, Ein mechachim gzera means only what they said explicitly is also. Which is to sustain the tree, but the Hanos Payos is okay. And the other man says, Amos Ibn Akzer, it's the same thing. But this is how each one learned from the Rebbe, and Chayiv Adam Lashanos Blush Rabbo, but they say things the way they heard it. So the bottom line is that we don't say Yishafchu Peiresom, because that wasn't part of the Takana, part of the Gzera. Okay, says Gemara, what about Nata Umes? And this is talking about evidently where he planted during Shemitah, and he died. But no Ma'ashem Mutakayim, can his son keep it or not? And obviously the question is the knas on the gavra or on the cheftza? Knas on the gavra, the person who planted, and he's no longer here. Knas on the cheftza, on the thing he planted, and that's still here. So no Ma'ashem Mutakayim, but Tiny Rabbi Yaakov avoid the Bardalia, not a mace, but no Asla Kaimo. He is not allowed to keep it. Asking about the Ram Neach Hashad. It's going to opinion that holds it's an account of a suspicion. So the common argument is on the Yerushalmi Shevi'is is a machlokes Amoraim. in terms of somebody who plants in Shemitah, even inadvertently. Why should he have to uproot it? Some say because of the chashad that the Yisrael is next to do on Shemitah. They're suspect to work during Shemitah to say, amazing to say I'm shogeg. Some say it's because of the mining, because the Yisrael count the calendar through Shemitah. And they see that somebody is Michalo his peros during the fourth year after Shemitah, are going to know that he planted during Shemitah. And they're going to be, in other words, the net Rabbi, Karen Rabbi is on the fourth year after Shemitah, they're going to know that it was planted in Shemitah, and they're going to be Meko during Shemitah. So the question, whether Nata Mace could be mutter or not, it can only be according to the opinion that said it's because of count of suspicion. Because only according to that, does Malka to be Mako, whether if they're only kones the Gavla and not the Chefza. But if the issue is Moinim with Shevi'is, so it's a much more global issue, we can't be matter it. That's what it says. Ask when I'm Nechashav, Commander, I'm named Monin. No Mona, they're also going to count when the sweat takes over, so therefore we won't be able to avoid the problem. So I just gave the Gertz the Kav Lucky. The Gemara itself has the Gertz of Ibnei Habonai of Beno Boneh. Doesn't mean to make any sense. Which better we say Ibnei Haminoi of Beno Moneh, as we read it. Okay, so let's go further. Tani, Echad Noidim Echad Mavrich. Noidim Mavrich Markim Shoshan Nei Rosh Hashanah. Also Rosh Hashanah to me, but if you did it all 30 days for Rosh Hashanah, so it's going to be a whole year. Umuta Kai Mashvis to leave it around during Shemitah. Pachas Mishlashim Nei Rosh Hashanah. If it's less than 30 days for Rosh Hashanah, lost Rosh Hashanah, but it's not going to be a whole year. Also Kai Mashvis now has already leaving around during Shemitah. Avram they said Peros Netiya Zuz Asurn Al Chamisha Osar B'Shvat. That they said the fruit, um, um, which made fruit after Rosh Hashanah, they are also on account of Orla until Tu B'Shvat. Also, my timer, Rabbi Yosef, Rabbi Yashem, said Ubishana, which is cryptic, and the Gemara is going to have to explain what it means by that. Says the Gemara, Mach Mamino, what did you write from here? I'm Rabbi Zero said, Shoshav Yochem Areim Lo Yochel. Ubashana. Says 3 years there should be fruit should be arla and it should not be eaten, and it says immediately afterwards the word Ubashana. And the pasuk says Yelchem Areim B'Shana Rabis Ubashana Chamishis. And the Bible explains Rosh Hashanah Yehuda Manav that sometimes it's the fourth year and there's still also Mishum Orla, and so it's the fifth year and there's still also because of Ravai, because we don't go after Rosh Hashanah, we go after Tu B'Shvat, which comes afterwards. Match, yeah. Yeah. I'm ready. I remember it was here. Near Rosh Hashanah. This is if the plant 30 is Rosh Hashanah, then in the third year it's only mutter after Tisha B'av. But if it's not 30 days before Rosh Hashanah, Yitzchak comes to Shana Shleim also lo v'teim rachein. So he says that when you plant 30 days for Rosh Hashanah, you get 3 years over before 3 actual years, because it's over to the preceding Tu B'Shvat. But you planted less than 30 days for Rosh Hashanah, so you don't. Your 3 years are only over before the Rosh Hashanah of the fourth year. So you already have, but then you have fully 3 years. Why would you have to wait until the following Tisha B'Shvat? You already have 3 years. And if you're going to say this, I'm maybe Caney. I'm sure. Caney, I feel not a Shloshim of Rosh Hashanah. I feel not a Shloshim of Rosh Hashanah. Yeah, us a Shloshim of Rosh Hashanah. Okay, so why? Fine. So why do we give you a hanacha discount to Tu B'Shvat even planted more than 3 days for Rosh Hashanah? So it's going to be Yom Yom. Um, so it says Gemara, and that would be Uvashana until extension until 3 years miyom miyom. Um, Ma'ikadum, what's the conclusion? Amar Mena Kemich Amay Tok Shnoso Shel Elon Mashlim Shnoso. So this is basically saying, I'm not sure exactly how to translate this, but it'll say it's in Tu Shvat, this tree is finished. Um, so as I say, since it's Rosh Hashanah Yelanos, so therefore you go after Tu B'Shvat. It's really bad to totally different shot, but that seems to have shot in the Kavanoki. This is evident. Oh yeah, not sure it's going right, but that's the way we're going to learn it. And we're going to dispense with the Ridvaz for tonight, and that brings us to. Um, wow, brings us very far to your base on the base. Sorry we went that far. Wasn't that long?